Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Turn Order Warped, episode number 14.
I can count. Shut up.
I hope somebody got a gift of that because, Jesus Christ. That did not look like the correct number at all.
10,
0.
and then 4. I forgot the thumb. That's all. Shut up.
So, okay. So the group is...
Me and Lunk have got things in common, all right? Shut up.
So the group is getting ready to finally take off with the Black Fang out of Vincenzo. And you guys are heading to... You're trying to head towards Cosimo, is that correct?
I think that's where Felix has us going.
Yep.
Okay. So...
I would quickly calms Felix. Felix, come in, please.
Yeah.
I think it's probably best that you don't leave hairballs in the tech lab.
I leave airballs everywhere.
That is unhygienic, and that is bad, and that should not be in the kitchen. If it is in the kitchen, then Lunk would be unhappy.
Don't check under the seat then I was sitting in.
By the way, how personal is this for you, Felix? Like, is this like...
Felix doesn't care about anything. He has no, like, it's all good. He just doesn't care. No shame.
Yeah.
It makes pretty good insulation, though, if you want to collect that stuff.
Can we just get like a vacuum bot, guys, in Cosimo? Because we're fur shaming right now, and I'm not really okay with this.
Lunk, see a thing on the interweb net extra thing. And it was a cleaning robot. With a cat on the cleaning robot.
I turn off my comms.
And the cat was sat on the robot.
Felix.
I turned my comms off during this as well.
I'm in the galley with her.
Felix. I just I just quickly jog up to the cockpit. Switch off my comms. Felix.
What? As I'm like punching in the coordinates for Cosimo.
Like, there's various protocols and whatnot to follow to sort of get out of the Vincenzo space docks. Basically, like this, you have to like file a flight plan and all this shit. Like, they have to know if they need to open up the shield and whatnot, like to allow your ship to get through the port. Or like, basically which shield port needs to be open, like, and how they're doing it. So you're sort of like probably in the process of like typing in all that information.
Felix. I hold out a hand with the hairball like in front of your face. Why were you doing this in the tech lab?
I cough up hairballs literally everywhere I go.
Well,
I don't keep track of them.
Why were you there? And why did you leave it there?
I don't even remember the last time I was in the tech bay. As I said, I leave them everywhere.
I hold it up next to him. I put it against his darker hair. Is it the same hair? Is it definitely his?
Yes.
As long as it was you and not some other Felan.
I think I know if there was another Felan on board. I think.
I would know too. And I quickly do like a scan. Nope.
Your head just like rotates.
Just
like, yeah.
Just does. But why were you in there? That's Glix's place.
I don't remember what I did yesterday. Let alone whenever I was there. I was probably in there talking to Glix or something.
I go over to the console and I like punch in to take me to the camera of the tech bay, and I just hit rewind.
Okay, sure.
And I just watch. I just look for like a heaving cat.
So you find I guess the part where like you last see Felix in the tech bay. It's kind of like you're doing the thing where you like clicking it like every minute or so. Like you're just like, but it's for you. It's like yeah. And eventually you have Felix. Give me a stealth check plus your agility.
Okay. And I'll roll with what? For some reason, roll 20 just.
Yeah,
gone.
it's with a previous die.
Yeah, it would be 5d6.
Yeah.
For some reason, my warp tab closed. I'll type it in there.
Nerd.
I know. Rat 20.
Okay, Hawk, give me a perception check.
Feels so good getting to roll more than I did last time. I got a 16.
So, just doing your cursory glance, you don't see Felix pop up on the tech lab. You get to the point where you see the situation with you and Tuesday, where she's, trying to activate the cred stick, and then like before that, you could see like the group of you sort of like touring the ship and whatnot. But that's all that you can see that like Felix has been in the tech lab.
What are you looking for, Hawk?
Okay. And I switch my visor to red.
What are you doing? What?
I switch my eyes back to my normal eyes. Just kidding. Ha 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 ha.
I don't understand.
Oh.
Anyway, you gonna take your seat? We're gonna head out to Cosimo.
Do we have anything we need to do here first?
Oh, one thing. And I pull out a cassette out of my pocket and kind of put it in a cassette player.
So there's no actual cassette player. It's just that you take out the cassette, and it's got a sensor that just like reads the data on the cassette. It's more like a novelty thing. It's like a Bluetooth device or some shit, like the equivalent, like it's a wireless connection. So you just like plop the cassette down, and there's like a button on it that you push that like links it up to the sound system.
It sounds like 70s smooth jazz comes over the over the speakers in the cockpit. Now I'm ready.
Okay. Do you signal the rest of the ship at all, Felix?
In what regard? What do you mean? As in like
to let
telling
them know
everybody we're ready to go?
Yeah.
I honestly would say no. Felix doesn't do that because he's so excited to get going.
Okay. So you guys would probably get like some lights that are flashing, like at the various like warning lights and shit like that, letting you know that the ship is about to take off, but you weren't notified in any way, shape, or form. So Glix, you're like in the tech lab, probably getting shit set up, and like you're not like strapped into a station or anything. You're just like sitting down in a chair, and you feel the ship like jostle a bit.
What the? Guys, what's going on? Are we taking off?
And your chair starts to like roll, like it's just like.
Oh yeah.
Lunk's in the kitchen, the washing, the bowl of washing water is like.
You might let us know next time, Felix.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Where are we going?
Lunk getting wet.
Is this about the sniper rifle? This is about the sniper rifle, isn't it?
12 cinder blocks.
I knew it. How long? How long is it gonna take?
Lunk think that maybe we should have an intervention because Flippy got an obsession with the sniper rifle what can go through 12 cinder blocks.
So, just an FYI, Arthur, since you're in charge of the general engine crap, flying through atmosphere is going to take up basically like an extra fuel ration. to sort of travel.
Which one?
It's the ion power modules.
Okay.
The antimatter pods are used for interstellar
I
travel.
forget. Didn't we refuel?
You did, but you didn't get
Okay.
any extra or anything.
No, but we did refuel, right?
You have. I mean, you can get you can get extra if you want as well. So
I didn't.
yeah, because moving
Can
one parsec uses up one of those fuel, one of those antimatter pods, and moving through the atmosphere here is going to use up 2 ion power modules.
Can I retcon back when I did all the orders that I just got another 6 of each?
Sure. So the fuel is actually pretty cheap. Each one runs about 100 credits. So if you're getting 6 of each, that's 1,200 credits.
We still need to add up all that, or divide all that money for fixing the ship.
That's
So
up to you guys.
Have I gotten through all the checks and stuff?
Yeah, and you're probably like bypassing like a bunch of shit. You're just kind of like, yeah, whatever, and just kind of like, you know,
like crazy quick speed too. Like the full of my agility would be used while I'm flipping these switches. So like when you're looking Hawk, it's just like my head's just completely just fixated forward on the screen, but I'm just like shooting my arms out in all these different directions without actually having to look to where I'm like where my hands are going to flip the switches and stuff.
So basically, like like spaceship travel is sort of like restricted within the city. So like they don't want you sort of crossing through the city. So they've sort of electronically directed you. Like you can see like an image on the HUD in front of you, like the screen, just sort of guiding you towards like where the port is in the shield for you to like leave the atmospheric shielding. And you just see like the reticles start to like line up and give you like a vector to follow, and it says like, you know, how much you have to adjust your heading and whatnot. Go ahead and give me an agility plus piloting check.
Okay. Just to double check, I'm pretty sure that is just a... Yep. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. You line up the reticles and you start to get them to sort of, match up. You get like the little like green symbol that just, it pops out occasionally, but you have to make slight adjustments to line it back up. And you head towards the atmospheric port. You can see you basically can see that, I don't know whose account was tied to the shipyard. I think it was actually Arthur, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who actually attached their account to the shipyard.
Would it have been the one who was dealing with Bertha? Maybe. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Felix, but
Didn't Glix go in and set up the account with the ship?
Might have been. I don't remember. But regardless,
There were a few of us there. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Regardless, you got to pick one because somebody's got charged 1,000 credits.
Just say
I think
Glix,
it
and then
was
we got to sort out all this money anyway.
Yeah.
You guys
We're all
need a
gonna pay
bookkeeper.
for it, right? Yeah. It's gonna
What's that? Oh wait, yeah, the bot should be the bookkeeper.
What did you call me?
Android.
Thank you.
Totally what I said. Said Android.
Not all Android.
Okay,
So-
I'll take the 1,000 off my credits then.
Okie
So
doke.
nice and easy.
So, basically, Felix starts to line up the ship, and
I would like to just, when we're taking off, get my comms pad out, and I'm gonna get in touch with one of my contacts. It's the contact who got in touch with me via the drop. I'm just gonna send a quick message that says, "Encountered H.K.'s. H.K.'s eliminated. Off to," and then I say the other place that's not where we're going.
the
So
other
instead of-
place where you're not
Yeah,
going.
instead of Cosimo, I say we're going to
Helios.
Helios?
Helios. And then any more info. And I send it off to Hideo my contact.
Okie doke. So, I can't remember. I think that was subspace. So let me just see. Because you got to spend 1,000 credits to use the subspace channel. Give me. You don't have any luck die. Roll your reputation for me. Yeah, you definitely have to spend 1,000 credits to send the subspace signal.
Okay, yeah, the little thing pops up. Recipient not in range. Pay subspace fee. I just go, yes. And, my credits go down.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys should still have a shit ton of credits.
Yeah, we made some money.
Okay. So you head out into the atmosphere of Galilee 9, which is green and sort of like you're passing through like different clouds of various gases and stuff. And you have like all these restrictions, basically like how fast the ship can go and shit like that. Otherwise, you could set the fucking atmosphere on fire. It's like
I'd probably be going. I would set the thrusters to basically like whatever the limit was as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You probably have like a few warning lights and shit flashing. And you set your flight plan for Cosimo. It's going to take you probably an hour or so to reach. It's a few hundred miles away. And give me a history check if you have it. Otherwise, just logic.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll just be logic. $13.
Okay. You don't know much about Cosimo. You've never been there before, but you do know like a little bit. Like Cosimo is sort of like the really posh city on Galilee 9. It's really, really expensive, but a lot of like top end, like high end consumer products are there. It's very, very snooty, and Vincenzo is sort of like the port that like a lot of sort of like underhanded dealings are taking place. The police are a lot less lax. There's a lot of smuggling and shit that goes through Vincenzo. Cosimo, it's sort of like the whole city is like Times Square. It's very expensive. It's very bright. It's very loud. It's very overpriced and very like. You will also find like really high quality stuff there too. Like that is the place to get some like high quality merchandise and shit like that. You're gonna pay for it, but it's good. It's good shit. So it's gonna take you about an hour to get there. And yes, you will spend 2 ion power modules flying through the atmosphere. It's a lot. It uses a lot more power to fly through the atmosphere than it does to fly through the void. Let's see. Okay, so we're another hour through the day here. It's 0400. Dawn is approaching for the planet in this area. And approaching the shield, you're getting some comm traffic that's getting picked up. Basically, like,
welcome to Cosimo International Spaceport, Galilee 9. I'm your assistant, Bob Bovington.
and you can see it's just like it's an android that's got like helmet hair style hair. You get this like hologram that sort of like pops up, from the screen. It's sort of like a Vina in Mass Effect. Like the sort of like holograph.
Welcome to the Presidium.
Yeah. This guy's like you know, he looks like the hair is sort of like sculpted like into like a bit of a wave, you know, and it's like a solid mass. You know, he has like a permanent smile. This is Bob Bobbington, and I will be your guide to Cosimo. Welcome.
Hey, Bob. Can we land? This is Captain Felix of the Black Fang.
I have heard landing procedures. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Landing procedures loading. Welcome to Cosimo, visitor. We are pleased to have you here. Thank you for choosing Cosimo. It sounds like you'd like to land. I will bring up those protocols right now on your screen. And like you see like this long fucking list start to like all this shit just starts to like pile onto the screen. And it says, please be sure to follow all protocols while you are inside Cosimo. If you would like to land, reticles will now appear on your heads-up display. Please follow them to their exact specifications. And you see like the fucking reticles like and like you've got these like fucking lights that are showing up and they're like illuminating the path, and you can see like they're basically have taken on this sort of holographic projection in front of the ship, so you try and like line things up again to sort of angle it towards the port. Please do not stray from the path. Thank you.
And as he's like, Felix is quite annoyed with this Bob Bobbington. I'm just sort of like waving my paw like through the hologram, just like, oh God, okay. And I'm just gonna take the ship in.
Sure. You head towards the port, and there's a line outside the port to the shield. It's basically like this line of various interstellar ships. You can see like there's they're mostly like pleasure yachts, you know, like fancy like fucking like high quality spaceships that are lining up here. And there's a good sized line in front of the like the port. It's like bumper to bumper traffic like leading into the port right now. You're muted.
Is Bob Bobbington still like just there smiling back at me?
He's just smiling. He says, "Is there anything else that I can help you with?"
Yeah, could I get some VIP landing here? This is taking too long. You got any?
You've mentioned VIP landing. Expedited processes. Let me look that up for you.
Thank you.
Checking. I'm sorry, sir. It appears that your Black Fang is not registered with our VIP expedition service.
Register Black Fang to the VIP service.
Ah, I see you've selected that you'd like to register for our VIP services. You'd like to be expedited through the expedition port. Is that correct?
Yes. How much is it?
Calculating costs for the size of your ship. And you see like these numbers start to like tick onto the screen. If you'd like to bypass the line, sir, that would be 10,000 credits.
That's too much. We can just wait, Felix.
Expedition services will last for the entire month.
That's a long time. That's a month, H.A.W.K.
Yes, but we may not stay here even for a day.
That's true.
Engine bay to engine bay number 12. What's happening? Why is it taking so long?
So are you in the medical bay right now, Glix?
Tech bay.
Okay, yeah. So you try and like calm the med bay right there, Arthur. Nobody answers.
Oh, not 12, it's number 7. Engine bay to engine bay number 7.
Is that the cockpit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because I don't know.
I made it up and I can't remember it.
You gotta fucking write it down then, man. We're sticking to it.
Bob, just cancel the VIP landing procedures for now.
Oh, I'm sorry you're trying to cancel the VIP procedures. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
How long is it gonna take? I have to pee.
approximate wait time is 1 hour, 33 minutes.
All right, that's it. I get up and hobble off to the cat facilities.
Sure. You start to like walk away from the console. The ship starts to list.
Oh shit! And I run back and put it into autopilot.
Wait, does Felix have a litter box?
Autopilot will not come on if you try and turn it on. We have very little power.
So you hit the button. It's like.
I hit it, but I still turn and turn back, and I guess I feel it listing again. It's like, and I run back and just hop back into the seat and just kind of pinch my legs together and just wait.
At this point, sort of Lunk comes up and be like, Felix, you want a sandwich?
No.
Why did ship go wibble wobble?
That was my bladder.
That a heavy bladder.
Yeah. Shouldn't take too long. I gotta pee. Hawk, do you know how to do the thing with the piloting? Like, you could tell Felix is very agitated right now. Just very all over the place.
I can try, but
just do this, and I quickly show him just barely no thrusters. Don't do any turning. Just follow the dots. You can do it. I'll be back in about a minute.
Lunk, help! Lunk, good at driving.
This is not driving. This is a big ship. This is not. It's not driving.
Okay.
Okay, just hold your hand right here, Hawk. And then your foot there, and then your other. Do you even fit in this seat?
I'm awkwardly kind of half crouched in with one kind of mechanical butt cheek on the chair a little bit, kind of angled on it. No, I don't fit very well, but if you're quick, everything should be okay.
I'll be quick, and I'm gonna try and just again reiterate the proper procedures to do. Do you want me to do a piloting check or anything to see how well I can?
Sure. Give
him
me a piloting check plus your logic.
Okay, pilot plus logic. Okay.
Yeah, and Hawk, you can give me a logic check.
I don't have anything that's gonna help me with this.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So, yeah, you're pretty confident you got this, Hawk.
Yeah. I basically just lock myself into position when you say right there, hold it like that. I just you hear this kind of
the whole time, and the whole time too, I'm kind of hopping up and down on both feet, back.
You're doing the pee-pee dance.
The pee-pee dance, and then the second I can tell that you're locked in, and you say okay, I'm turned and bolted off to the bathroom.
As soon as he's gone, Lunk's gonna be like, "Can Lunk have a go?"
I don't know if you should, Lunk. I'm afraid to move in case I break something.
Oh, can Lunk sit in the seat?
You can sit in my seat. It's back there. It's more comfortable. I can't move because I've kind of
locked everything in place.
I've kind of stuck one butt cheek on the chair and locked everything else in place.
Co-pilot chair sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's this awkward situation where you're
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Lunk could be like, okay, go and sit in the co-pilot chair and just be like.
Arthur does have the weapon systems all powered off, right?
All but one.
Okay.
Lunk, give me a logic check. If you have gunnery, you can roll that as well.
I do not have gunnery, so that'll be just a 2d6 then.
Hopefully the one you can power up one of the manual ones and not one of the ones you can control from here.
I'll tell you now.
Lucky. Okay. I rolled one less. All right.
Oh, it's one of the nuclear warheads, wasn't it?
For fuck's sake!
Yep.
Because we were fighting that thing and nobody told me which. I just turned that on.
Lunk, be careful you don't. Arthur. Arthur,
You got
come
a
in,
car
please.
right in front of you. You got a fucking. You got like a pleasure yacht in front of you.
Arthur, come in, please.
What do you want, Hawk?
Could you immediately disable all weapons?
Okay.
Thank you.
Any reason?
Yes, Lunk is playing with the shoot button.
What bloody hell is Lunk doing? What?
Yeah, it probably, when he pulls it, you probably hear like the missile bay just closing again at the front. That was close.
Yeah, she managed to like arm the missile, but hadn't actually managed to hit the button to fire it off yet.
Yeah,
Why-
it's probably like a communication comes up from the front, like from the port. Like,
Why is Felix not flying the ship?
Oh, Felix is urinating.
So I turn on autopilot. I'm going to shift power around from tactical to auto.
Okay,
Pilot.
sure.
I see the light come on and like pause for a second and then really quickly let go of the controls and push the button as quick as I can.
Sure, give me.
So the ship doesn't move too much. Like
Sure, give me the. Give me an agility check, please, Hawk.
9. If I miss it, I just go like try and get the button before anything moves. I'm trying to hold like everything else still though, but it's just this one hand. So I hit the autopilot button. Is it on? 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 I'm like trying to hit the button.
On, off, on, off, on, off.
Yeah,
Is what
it's
on?
basically.
Why'd you keep turning it on and off?
Yeah, you keep seeing power like.
Oh.
The ship's just going,
I like stop. Is it on now?
So yes, you have you've turned the autopilot on.
Meanwhile, I'm upping
Luckily-
the power of the inertial
luckily-
dampeners.
Yeah, luckily for you, the difficulty, and that's not very hard. It's the button right there that says autopilot. I just wanted to leave like a little bit of suspense for you because you rolled like shit.
That was close.
what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Felix, you return to this like awkward situation of Lunk making these odd noises in the tactical chair, and Hawk is like in this weird position, leaning over the chair, and you can see that he's still locked in position, but the autopilot is. You see the light flashing that it's on.
All right, I'm back. Lunk, what are you doing?
Oh,
This isn't a place to play. Not in the cockpit.
Lunk, no play. Lunk, fly ship.
But that's. Can I sit down now, Huck?
Yes, of course. And like I really slowly and tentatively let go and lift my foot up. Okay, the autopilot appears to be working now.
I like do like a flip into the seat, like grab onto the headrest and kind of like flip over and just kind of plop down into the seat and then hit the autopilot thing off. And I'm gonna just take control of it again.
Okay.
Flippy.
I take the opportunity to set up like a search notification so that if anything comes up about large strange robots and Helios, that I'll get a ping about it. I set up an RSS feed for news. on big robots and
You know
areas.
full well that when Felix has watched that video over and over again, he's picked up so many ad tracking cookies that everywhere you go, there is just an advert for 12 cinder blocks.
Yeah, it's an advert for actual cinder blocks, sir. 'Cause,
You might also like cinder blocks.
watermelons.
Targeting
Space
watermelons. Sure. So you guys are just sitting in traffic, basically waiting for the fucking port to open. It takes another hour and a half for you guys to get to the port, and finally
It's an
make
hour and a half of Lunk spaceship noises.
Yeah. And you guys finally make it through the port into the city of Cosimo. It's a much... it's a similar kind of look to Vincenzo, except everything is way cleaner, way more expensive looking, and much flashier. There are ads everywhere, and every kind of thing that you've looked at on the internet is basically like playing like as the ship sort of passes by towards the space dock. Felix, you're directed to this sort of space dock that's actually smaller than the Vincenzo one. It's however a multi-level space dock. It's not like this large like horizontal kind of area. It's actually multi-tiered and vertical. And you can see that the HUD is much more specific, like where you need to go. Bob Bobbington pops on the screen again, and he's like, "Thank you for choosing Vincenzo once again, sir. It is my pleasure to help you. If you have any needs, such as locations that you'd like to shop in or around in the area, I will be happy to help you. I am programmed with all of that knowledge. In the meantime, if you could please be so kind as to send your ship registry and your holdings to the space dock office, I will be happy to assist you with anything further that you might need." We're currently waiting on your registry.
I got that. And I like to sit in like one of the support pilot seats and quickly press through and send off our cargo list and the crew list.
Yeah, sure. So you send this list. Sir, we'd like to remind you of the rules here in Cosimo. Any weapons must be switched to their safety procedures while in the city. There are, of course, no weapons allowed to be powered on while you're in Cosimo.
Knives is okay, though, right?
Well, you can't power them on, so yeah.
What about the this one?
What one?
The laser thing.
Once she's angrily waving about the fucking cockpit.
Lasers
Just no, leave that here.
Zoom.
You don't need that anymore. At least here. Just
That
you can bring it, just you can't turn it on. That's the thing.
If you could please turn your weapons to this channel frequency, that would be most appreciative. And you see like this channel frequency information like come up. Basically what it is, like any energy weapons have to be powered to this frequency, which basically is like a low frequency. So even if you tried to fire them, you wouldn't have like enough power to actually shoot anything.
What about like regular
Lunk got these guns.
Yeah, you're gonna have to leave them behind too.
I grab my autocannon and quickly dial it down.
Lunk need
Stick it back over
hands
my
though.
shoulder.
Lunk handle, come off!
Well, they
Is that the
said
thing?
What? Four
Lunk's
people
trying to
talking.
Lunk's having a bit of an issue here because Felix told her that she will have to leave her fists behind. If anyone's not up to speed, you are now.
no, those are turned on all the time, aren't they? They're dangerous.
Lunk cook with them? And smash with them!
Yeah, but you can't do that. Not down here. No smashing.
Okay.
We see that you have an Ogron on board,
Shit.
as well as an android. if you could be so kind as to use these settings with your Ogron and Android crew members.
Do you have any settings, Lunk?
So they have these like Ogron. You see like the typical like Ogron symbols that pop up, and they're like sort of describing like various behaviors, and it's going through this fucking ridiculously long, tedious list of like
No
various,
smashing, no heart eating.
like various protocols when in the city. Like it's just this fucking laundry list of stuff. Like it just keeps going on and on.
Okay, look, we'll pay very close attention to it.
It's all in like pictograms. You know, it's like
It's going quite slowly. It's
Yeah.
like, repeating itself. No smash. No smash. No, not even this. No smash. Not even.
Every
this,
instruction's
no
like
smash.
not even when.
Yeah.
It's like when kids always ask those why questions, it
Yeah.
goes through and answers
What
every one
about
of
if
them.
no? What about if no? What about no? But what? No. Just no.
Somebody found an
I said
Ogron lawyer to actually draw this out.
What are the Android settings, curiously?
The Android settings are basically like set up so that you actually have to wear a restraining bolt when you are in Cosimo and traveling outside of the space dock.
That's disgusting.
This is not acceptable.
Why? What do you have to do?
They want me to wear a restraining bolt.
Well, we can take it out if we need to. Arthur's pretty handy with that stuff.
It would be like telling you couldn't walk, or sleep, or eat fish sandwiches.
That mean that like if Lunk have to wear like the handcuffs and ting.
Exactly.
That not nice.
All right, I feel like we're here, guys. Who's staying? Who's going?
That droidist.
We should go together. Although I will not be wearing a restraining bolt.
Well, they're
I'm
gonna
not a
be able to
criminal.
tell.
I'm not a slave.
What if like we put the bolt on but it don't work?
I think they'll be able to tell. I hit the comms. We won't be too much longer, Glix.
So I walk into Engineering Base 7, and I've got my I've got my graduation clothes on, and it's this long flowing robe with like loads of insignia of like cogs like stitched in. Right, we're going somewhere nice.
Oh,
That
that's an
nice dress,
interesting.
Arthur.
There's
No
hardly
dress!
Yes.
there's hardly any oil on it.
His dress.
Alright,
Oops.
I
It's
don't think we should stay here,
He's pretty.
because they're not going to treat me.
Well, how about
Nice.
this? You guys stay on the ship. I just gotta hit a couple stores, and then we'll be out of here.
But
Who look
Right.
after Flippy though?
I'm
Two
going.
things. My 2 ballistic pistols. My 2 slugger pistols, I should say. These aren't electric at all. There's
But
no
what
safety.
If big
There-
angry robot come and want to smash you.
I think we'll be safe here.
All right, I feel like
What?
at this point I'm headed over to the cockpit to see what's going on. I'm not hearing who's going, who's staying. So
just to be just so you guys are aware, like the cockpit's not that big. Like you got a Lunk in here.
I'll
you
be
got
standing outside.
you gotta-
Yeah,
you gotta-
Lunk sort of knees up by chin in,
Yeah.
in the co-pilot seat,
This is meant to barely fit like the three different like positions here. Like the cockpit is much smaller a space than say like the rest of the ship.
So yeah, I'm gonna position myself over here outside of it.
My robes are lime green, by the way.
And so guys, what's going on? So
I don't
Felix-
know. Hawk said he doesn't want to stay here for I don't know why.
okay,
they're not
what's wrong,
nice-
Hawk?
They're not nice to androids.
Well, how come? What do you mean?
They're telling me I have to wear a restraining bolt if I
Yeah.
want to be in the city.
Oh,
racist.
that's severe. Okay. Well, this isn't exactly
It's just like them sharps. You just
our
put on
kind
the
of place.
bolts.
I tell you
Fine.
what, I have an idea. How about Lunk, Felix, and Arthur? You guys can go get what you need, get what Felix needs, and Hawk, how about you and I stay here? That way you don't have to wear a restraining bolt.
I did a little sad eyes, but I wanted to see the city.
Hawk, it's all right. If something goes wrong, I'll,
Tap nose.
I don't want it. I always want to be in control of myself
you
completely.
will be a good look.
Yeah.
All right.
You're
I'm
having
just
to
going
wear
to
a
pull out a
bolt.
restraining bolt and just thwack it on him. And I'm going to use my exploit sabotage.
What is your sabotage exploit?
Basically, it's going to... I'll read it out what it exactly means, but it's going to render it basically useless.
Renders the restraining bolt useless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a look. You're able to disable any mechanical or electronic device to which you have access. It doesn't open a lock door. Or I can lock a door with it. It takes me 5 minutes to sabotage this.
Okay. So, is this something that you sabotaged before you did this?
What do you mean?
Or are you going to sabotage it while it's on Hawk for the next 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So, Hawk, do you allow him to just slap a restraining bolt on you?
No, like if I see a weapon, I'm going to turn very quickly.
Sure. Give me an agility check, please, Hawk, and an agility check, please, Arthur. Plus your, I guess it would be robotics.
Can I use foresight since I know Arthur and his nonsense, and I could foresee he would try something like this?
Sure.
Cool.
We roll?
So, Arthur, you go to place the restraining bolt on Hawk. Hawk, you turn quickly and totally bonk Felix in the back of the head. Felix starts to, like, turn the ship, and you guys all just kind of, like, feel like the centrifugal force, like, activate. The internal dampeners are on, but you guys still get, like, that initial jolt, like, before they sort of kick in to compensate. The ship just kind of, like, turns, like, abruptly quick, and you see, like, the reticles start to, like, whoop, 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 and that's where we're going to take our next break. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned for more Turner Warped, episode number 14. We'll be back. 5 minutes, guys. Stay tuned.